What's going on, guys? Crypt here, and I've got a ton of stuff I just want to talk about, get off my chest, so I hope you guys will sit here and listen to it. As you can tell by the title of this video, I did end up leaving solar, and that's kind of the basic topic of this video, but I'm going to be talking about a couple other things that have really been getting under my skin and bothering me. But it ended up coming down to a leadership issue, a promotion thing, and just, I felt really undervalued and underappreciated. Basically, around 2 weeks ago, there was this pretty big fallout with solar. There were 2 of the 4 overalls that ended up leaving, which were actually the 2 active overalls that did everything. One of the 4 overalls came back. He was really inactive. He actually left the team a couple months ago and then came back a few weeks ago, which I'm not talking shit on him. It's just I'm trying to recount everything that happened. But one of the active overalls that ended up leaving was going to promote me to be the 5th overall the day that he left. But the guy that was going to promote me ended up leaving because the inactive overall came back and they didn't really like the way each other were doing things, and he ended up leaving. And then the other overall ended up leaving as well at some point in time. So the 2 active overalls that were doing everything for the team ended up leaving. So we ended up having these 2 overalls. One was extremely inactive. I've only seen him talk a handful of times the entire time I've been in the team. And then we had the overall that ended up coming back after he quit the team a couple months ago. But I told him about how I was supposed to be promoted, and nothing really happened out of that. Which really kind of, it bothered me because I have done so much for the team. I was already doing overall roles. I was doing rostering, I was doing stuff to manage the Twitter, I was, recruiting people, I was scheduling uploads for the YouTube channel. I was already doing all of this stuff that overalls already do, but I just had the co-lead title and I didn't have the access that the overalls had. So a couple days go by and, I bring it up again to him and he says that I should be promoted to overall, but I needed to go talk to the owner. So I went and talked to the owner. It took him a couple days to message me back. He said the same thing, I do good things for the team and I should be promoted to overall as well, but I needed to go talk to the other overall that, I've only seen talk a handful of times. So I went to him, and the first time I asked him about it, he said he didn't know, and then just kind of changed subjects and we didn't talk about it anymore. So I waited about another week or so, and then I asked him about it again, and this time he acknowledged that we only had 2 overalls and one was kind of inactive, and then just, ignored everything. He just ignored what I said, that I should be an overall. And that just really dug down deep inside of me and just planted a seed, really. But the straw that ended up breaking the camel's back was that one of the overalls that ended up quitting 2 weeks prior came back and was immediately an overall again, and was brought back in by one of the overalls that told me I needed to go to somebody else to be promoted. So I was pretty much slipped under the rug, and I did not like the way that I was treated in that situation. And that's not talking trash on the guy that did that. It's not talking trash to the overall that came back, because I love both of those guys. But I was being told one thing and another thing was happening, and then I was just completely being ignored. And then the overall that ended up coming back said he was going to talk to the other ones and get me an overall position. But then I was, that was going to be a basket case. It was going to be a handout, and I didn't want that. I didn't like the way that I was just being underappreciated for everything I was doing for the team. But here's the thing that just, it gets me, and it digs into my bones, and it gets under my skin, is that the entire time that I was in this team, people were telling me to leave. People were telling me that I had a horrible reputation. And worst of all, people were telling me that I was not going to get into these bigger teams that I had aspirations for, strictly because I had solar in front of my name. And the fact that I've had solar in my name, and I've met some of these people, they've had this prejudiced attitude towards me, that I'm just a shitty person because I'm in this team. They automatically don't like me because of that. And that just doesn't make sense to me, because I am one of the nicest and realest guys that you're going to meet. And there's a lot of people that can attest to that, because they've actually given me a chance, not because of my name, just because, my actual character. There's guys out there that have totally just dismissed me only because of my name. There's people out there that are running around to these teams that I want to be in, telling them not to pick me up strictly because they don't like me. Because I know my video is good. I know I make good videos. And I'm being told no to these teams and just being ignored during these RCs because there's people running around telling them, don't pick this guy up because he's in this team. And it just blows my mind that it's all about that. I have personally watched people get into these bigger teams that I went for RCs for, that I've aspired to be in, and their videos aren't even half as good as mine, or 7 or 8 people that I know that also went for the RCs. We didn't get in because we don't have the connection in the team, or we don't have the right team name. We weren't one of the farm teams of these bigger teams, or we were just pretty much in a bad team to start with. It totally blows my mind that people look at connections and they don't look at the fucking video. They don't look at the actual quality of the content that people are producing. I just never understand it, and I'm really done trying to understand it. But I'm obviously going for the Dare RC right now. This has been the team that I've wanted to be in for months now since I started doing YouTube again. There's already been, there's been people come to me saying that people are telling leaders of dairy, don't pick this guy up. But if I don't get in off these RCs strictly because, somebody told them not to pick me up because they don't like me, then that's just, I don't want to fucking be in that team anyway. But that's the basic reason why I ended up leaving Solar, is because the promotion issue and just, people, ever since I joined the team, people were telling me to leave because of the bad rep and the bad reputation that would be built around my name. And it's happened. It's 100% happened. Like, if anything, you should just applaud me for being a man and having the balls to stay in a team and try and change the reputation of a team, which I have successfully done. I've had dozens of people come up to me and tell me that I've changed their outlook on Solar. In the end, people they're going to believe what they want to believe, and they're going to do what they want to do. And there's not really a damn thing I can do about that. So I'm just going to continue to be Crypt, and I'm going to do my own shit. If somebody on one of these teams likes what I do, they can feel free to contact me. This will be 100% the last RC I ever go for. I'm so done with going for these. I don't give a damn if FaZe comes out with a recruitment challenge. I'm not fucking going for it. This will be the last RC I go for. If I don't get in, so be it. Obviously, I want to be in the team, and I've aspired to be in the team for quite some time now. If I don't get in the team because they don't like my videos, that's fine. I am 100% okay with that. But if I don't get in because somebody told them not to pick me up, that's just, that won't be good. And on top of all this other stuff happened, my girlfriend of 2.5 years broke up with me yesterday. I've gained 60 pounds in the last year, so a lot of stupid shit's going on. But that's too personal. I don't want to get into all that. You guys don't need to know about any of that. I don't even want to know about it. I'm sorry that this video is really down. I don't have high energy like I always do, but I'm not going to fake my emotions for you guys. I'm going to be real with you 100% of the time, and that's what's going on right now. This is just how I feel, and I've never had a heart-to-heart with you guys, so I just figured I figured I'd let you guys know what's going on. But just keep an eye out on my channel. I've got a brand new song, just an actual song, going to be coming out probably on my birthday, January 4th. Maybe later. I've got a bunch of projects that I'm working on right now. I don't really know what's going on. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I try not to make videos whenever I'm this upset. But this is just showing you guys that I am a real person. I have my own problems just like you guys do. And I know there's people out there that have way worse problems than what I'm going through right now. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. And until next time, it's been your boy Crypt, and I'm signing out.